Archer and the Devil.
Welcome to episode 27 of the Archer and the Devil podcast 2021. 2021, just so people know.
Just so they know.
In case they think that we're still in 2020.
Or
fuck no, that's not true.
Or if it's like 2047 and you're in the wasteland and you've just found a device.
That could be in 6 months' time.
That could be, well, yeah.
It could be in 6 months' time.
It's been an interesting week.
Fuck me, hasn't it just? Jesus Christ. We had a good run.
I want to clarify, because normally we don't really date it. Today is the 10th of January. It's a Sunday, and I want to specify that, because tomorrow the world could end.
It could literally just, yeah.
Anything can happen in the next 3 days by the time this podcast comes out.
It's a bit mental.
So we don't normally date it. I also want to date it because today is 5 years since David Bowie died.
David Bowie?
Yeah.
Oh.
He died 5 years ago today.
That's a fun way to start the podcast.
But there was
couldn't have slipped that in towards the end, no?
Because there was a thing when he died. That was, remember 2016, everyone died. Like every celebrity died. And someone put a tweet out that went viral that said, I'm not saying David Bowie was a glue holding the universe together, but gestures broadly.
I'd never seen that.
Because everything went to shit
really
afterwards.
Like David Bowie.
And it seems like for the last 5 years, remember 2016, everyone was like, in the future, we don't talk about 2016. And then every year just got worse.
You have a much better memory than me.
I do.
I don't remember any of this.
But
I'll be honest, I've forgotten what happened at the start of the week. That's why you've written it down. And
I have written it down because so much did happen.
We talk about it when it happens via phone call, and then it goes out of my mind.
The problem is, we had a phone call the other day and we were like, we've just done a podcast on the phone, so we need to stop talking.
It was like a 25-minute conversation and you was like, you need to remember all that. I was like, I don't even know what the fuck we was talking about.
There was one bit I remember saying, say that exactly like you just said it. And then we spoke again a couple of days afterwards and he was like, what was that thing? And I was like, I don't remember. No idea. That's why we've got notes. But yeah, this week, podcast came out on Wednesday.
Yeah.
At that point, the world seemed seemingly okay.
Yeah.
Then about an hour into Wednesday.
Yeah.
Stormed the gates.
Yeah. It all went a bit fucking mental. America went actual Hollywood.
Yeah.
Like real life Hollywood.
Well, one of the things that was trending, going straight into it, was Gerard Butler.
Yes.
He was one of the top trending things on Twitter because everyone was putting parallels between Olympus Has Fallen.
Again, this is, and I think some of them probably meant it. Do you know what I mean?
Where is he?
I thought Gerard Butler worked at the White House. He's dealt with this shit before.
One thing it does show you, with all of these films, when there's always like Jack Bauer kind of character in 24 or whoever there is, in real life, they don't exist.
No, did you see the picture where they put a bookcase in front of the door? They literally pushed a piece of furniture against the door and they're stood there pointing their guns at the door. I'm like, lads, this isn't Hollywood.
With someone's face just peeping through a broken window with a gun at his face.
So that picture made the whole scenario for me. It was like, shit, lads, what we're going to do? There must be, you're telling me that's the best line of security they've got in that federal building. Drag the old bookcase. There's nothing on it. It was empty. Yeah. Drag the old bookcase over, put it in front of the door. They'll never get it in. They're already in. Yeah. All right, they won't get in more. Fucking ridiculous, man.
At the end of last year, Trump said, January 6th, get ready, see you in DC.
For when Biden was going to be...
Yeah.
When the reason they was there, which I found out afterwards, is they was certifying Joe Biden as winning the election.
Right.
That's why Trump wasn't there, but Biden was, and Trump's Pence was there, I think.
Pence, so what it was an opportunity for the representatives of both parties to come forward and say either we agree Joe Biden is president or we dispute it based on these facts.
Right, okay. So this was Trump's big moment to say, no, the cheating that I've been banging on about is all true.
Right, and he's been told wrongly that Pence could overturn it. Pence could come out and say, no, he's still president, blah, 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 blah. But Pence hasn't got that power to do that. So that was a big part of the misinformation, was that...
Trump? Or
to the
anyone?
people, to Congress.
Okay.
So he had the power for some reason. Why the president wouldn't have it, but the vice president would, is beyond me. But the Pence had this power to basically make sure that he was president forever. Or whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
So he told everyone at the end of last year, turn up on this date And then he made a speech on the day saying, I'm with you. We're going to walk up there together. We'll go to the Capitol Hill building. We'll go and represent. We're going to show them.
We'll show them who's boss.
And they went, okay.
And Trump never turned up.
Well, he was never going to.
No.
He was never going to go down there.
He just left them to it.
Rudy Giuliani said, and I quote, let's have trial by combat.
Jesus Christ.
And then the police went, oh yeah, go for it. Capitol building, that big government building, yeah? The one that JFK made that famous, ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country speech, where every inauguration of every president has happened. It's a hugely historic
building,
relevant building.
Yeah.
And
it was in the news not that long ago either, for all the Black Lives Matter protests,
right,
and
they
everything
had
else.
all of the
Yeah, so it's not like they're not used to it kicking off a little bit there.
Right. And I saw a tweet from a guy who lives in DC, and even he was like, you can't get there anytime. Forget the fact that this is when all the members of Congress are there over such a big thing.
It was like leaving the gates open of Downing Street.
Literally, yeah.
That you can't get anywhere near the
You
front
can't.
door of
No,
Downing Street.
you can't.
It's behind a big fence.
I don't know if you've ever been.
Yeah, it's
but
behind a
if you
big
have,
fence,
yeah.
everything else. Big guards, security guards.
You can kind of see it off the main road.
You can just about see it. But
I didn't realise as well, you were telling me Downing Street only opens from the inside.
Well, this was my...
Is that not true?
This was my joke, of all the years of invading other countries, England have learnt something, and they've made the door to their premier's house only able to open from the inside. So got ya.
Can't open the door.
You can't open the door, you can't come in.
in.
So if the Prime Minister forgets his key, doesn't matter because he still can't get in. He doesn't have a key.
There's always someone there. He doesn't have a key to his own house.
Because he doesn't have a door lock.
It is weird that, like, you look at some of the places that, historically presidents, prime ministers live, and he just lives in a townhouse.
Literally, with his mate living next door to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
So they stormed the gates.
Yeah.
There was initially.
I mean, you say them. You make it out like it's some sort of militia army that was fully prepared for war.
Some of them look like it. Well, war or paintballing, whichever.
Well, yeah.
It was like
I think that's more.
It was more like 9 p.m. Storm the Capitol building.
It's like quick.
2 o'clock lunch. 3 o'clock paintballing.
Put my plastic body armor on and a cap and one lad. The one guy did it with his work lanyard still on.
Yeah, he got fired. He got fired because he had his name
like
badge.
He was walking past and got mixed up with it.
He got the.
I mean, I was going to Subway, but I mean, if you guys are going there, why not?
Yeah, is there a Subway in there? Oh, let's go.
Off he walks.
Yeah, they're not.
Oh shit, we're inside.
They're not the brightest.
Looked
sparks.
strong. It literally looked like World of Warcraft turned real.
Honestly, my favourite was still the. He's been the poster boy for it now, but the Jamiroquai guy, the guy with the woolly fucking ferret head hat with horns, face paint.
See, this is. I mean, he's been at other protests before, but this is what I don't get about people like that. Is it's like. You went to a protest, right? Did you pick a protest outfit?
Nope.
No. He did. Mm-hmm. He literally opened his wardrobe. Trousers, yeah. Shoes, yeah. Big woolly hat with horns on, yeah, put that on.
Do you think he has different horns for different protests?
Don't need a shirt, leave that off.
Shirt, yeah. It's January, but January in DC, but
get the face paint out. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's literally like...
Can I borrow your...
how do I look?
Can I borrow your makeup set, please, Mum?
It's crazy. Like, and then he just stands there ranting, fucking raving, looking like a shit Braveheart.
So that got a shit... He was a shit Braveheart.
It's
crossed with... Jamiroquai, who came out and made a statement and said that wasn't me.
Imagine waking up that day, being JK.
Going to your inbox. Signing into Twitter.
Imagine your phone and the notifications on it when you wake up. You was mentioned in 700 million tweets. What?
He was trending. He was
what have
trending.
I done now?
But that's a very British way of looking at things. It's like they're raiding the fucking Capitol building. Looks like Jamiroquai does.
I could just imagine him. Love. Did I sleepwalk last night? I don't know, Jay, why? I mean, my phone battery is dead and it was plugged in all night. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I have 7 million notifications.
Oh, so funny.
It's made him relevant again for a week.
His album went number 1 this
I've
week.
heard Virtual Insanity about 12 times this week. Just
They'll probably go,
short segments.
that guy with them horns, he released a banger back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why he's storming the Capitol building now.
Maybe the guy's a massive Jamiroquai fan.
Could be.
But yeah, because there was a lot of talk of him being... Well, the one thing that happened was they all went and said, look, this is me. I've got my lanyard on. Posted pictures on the Facebook, on the Instagram, on the Twitter. And then all the platforms and the FBI and the police went, oh, we're going to arrest you. And oh, no, it's not us. It's the Antifa. It wasn't me. Isn't that a picture of you? Haven't you got your lanyard on? It's not me.
Doesn't it have your name on?
Doesn't it have your name on?
And the place that you were.
Aren't here like 7,000 other posts of you at Trump rallies?
That's fucking so
That
funny.
dude was called, he's called QAnon in other places. QAnon something. QAnon, I didn't realise this either, is an organisation, in quotes, who believe that the president is talking to them in code.
QAnon take great pleasure, apparently, in putting out fake news. And in their, well, this is what they say. They put fake news out there and laugh at people that take it serious, right? That's their whole thing. They just put bullshit out there and sit back and watch people laugh about it. Which, on the surface, oh yeah, that's funny. The whole reason we're in this fucking position is because of fake news.
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
It's fucking idiots sharing bullshit and other fucking idiots believing it.
Yeah.
End of story.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it might seem innocent, but fake news is so fucking dangerous.
It really is. And that's one good thing for Twitter now, have started coming out, and Facebook do it as well. If you post a story or post anything, it will come up saying there is information in this that may not be accurate.
I mean, ultimately, they've got a business to protect.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like, these are multi-billion, with a B,
well, that was, so on Wednesday
companies.
this happened. We'll come back on this point because there's so much that happened that we need to dissect. Friday, Twitter suspended his account for 12 hours.
Permanently suspended it.
Initially, it was for 12 hours.
Oh, okay.
Because he posted a video that said, "We love you, and you're very special, but go home.
But please go home."
So all these people attacking the Capitol building, smashing it to parts.
Have then been told that he loves them.
He loves them and go home. But there was something else. Right before that, he did say the election was stolen from us. And Sean, long-time listener, good-time friend, said a very good point, which was by saying that it was fixed, Twitter will have to flag it. Because that was unshareable.
Because it was fake news. Yeah.
So by him saying, with everything he said, even if it was go home, it was still, we know this was illegal, but go home. We know this shouldn't have happened, but go home. So it was getting flagged, so they weren't being able to get shared. So it was almost like he was doing it to stop his order of telling people to leave getting out there, because that would have been flagged every time, rather than just saying, you shouldn't be doing this, go home. I think Ivanka put a thing up saying, "Dear Patriots," and then deleted it immediately afterwards.
Fuck.
And then, on Friday, Twitter banned him for good.
Yes.
And then Zucks banned him from Facebook and Instagram.
Yep.
And then, I need to find
pretty much.
TikTok finally banned him before he got to ban them. He's been trying to ban them
for months. And they went, you know what? That wasn't enough for us to ban you. Oh, but you've done this. You're banned. You can't do no Jason Derulo dances anymore.
So
Trump.
Facebook, Twitter, Google, Spotify, Snapchat, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Reddit, and Shopify.
What's Shopify?
No idea.
Does that mean he can't buy stuff off QVC anymore?
It means he can't sell merch.
Right, okay. No more mega merch.
No more mega. Well,
right.
I'm sure he'll find another outlet. But I love that Twitch and TikTok and Pinterest. He can't have a Pinterest page now.
All that leaves basically now is OnlyFans. That's the only platform that he's not banned
All
from.
he's got is OnlyFans.
That's it.
Pornhub have banned him.
No, Pornhub haven't.
Pornhub put a tweet out saying he's banned.
Oh, they have?
They've literally banned him.
See, so it's literally OnlyFans.
Jurassic Park have banned him.
We banned him.
We've banned him.
You're not coming on here, Donald.
You're not.
I mean, if you want to.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Never?
He's banned.
Okay, just be me and you, Don.
He's banned for you can do an Archer special.
The devil can watch from the side, just seething.
I want my name taken off that one.
Archer and the Trump.
Archer. That would be the worst thing. Is that would be our most watched video.
So all he's got left on his OnlyFans. That's
it.
He's gonna have to come up with creative ways to put his content out there.
I mean, what he could do is just write slogans on his body.
Oh my god! Just he could be a video of him touching himself, watching a laptop screen with the message written on the laptop.
I prefer it where it's written on him. So he's written some very
less
political.
disgusting.
So you know when he writes tweets out, it's only 260 characters, I think. You can fit that on your torso. So he just writes his message out in there.
Can you not imagine Donald Trump's handwriting's massive though?
I mean, I'm sure
just because he's got a massive ego.
So he's got tiny hands.
Yeah, but his name's going to be about this fucking long. D. N. You know what I mean? It's going to be massive.
But no doubt as well, he'll write it upside down.
So he can look at it himself.
Because he's a narcissist. And everyone will be like, what did it say?
Be like, what?
But yeah, so he's been banned off everything now. But I do love that TikTok managed to beat him to it. He's been trying to ban them for 4 months.
But they was the bigger man as well because they didn't ban him first. You know what I mean? Imagine the PR that they would have got. Donald's trying to ban us, so we're going to jump the gun. Fuck him.
Yeah.
They didn't. There was the bigger man.
Well, the main thing is now, I think Parler is it's like a right-wing version of Twitter.
Ray Parler.
Not Ray Parler, the old Arsenal football player. No, it's a platform called Parler.
Called Parler?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
So Parler, I think. And they are the right-wing version of Twitter.
Okay, I've never heard of this.
I hadn't until a couple of months ago. Now there's a lot of politicians who have Parler in America, right-wing ones, so Republicans, and they'll write...
I'd imagine that's something that like only Katie Hopkins can use.
So yeah, she's on there.
That. Yeah, because they're the only people that will have her.
Yeah, they're the only people that won't ban her. And Donald Trump isn't on there yet, but there's a lot of people on there trying to get him on there.
Right.
Which would do great for them, for their stocks and everything else, because that would be the only place he can still speak. I mean, there's an argument against the Freedom of Speech Act, but he can still speak, just can't use those platforms.
No, that's why everyone was going, oh, this is freedom of speech, this is our First Amendment. No. He can go and shout what the fuck he likes in the street.
Yeah.
Crack on. What they've banned him from is using a private business to talk.
Which you can do.
Which, when you sign up for... I've been banned from Facebook.
You get banned every
time.
third day.
I got banned from Facebook. What was it? What did I say?
I got put in Twitter prison for 12 hours. I've never been banned from any platform. I got banned on Twitter for sharing a picture of Jack Grealish after he had a one-night stand with that bird.
Oh.
And I put the picture up on my Twitter. Right. I didn't know that's why they banned me. I was asleep most of it.
Right.
I went to bed. Twitter was working. I woke up and it was like, you have 2 hours left of your ban. And I was like, what?
That's what I'm saying. So when you sign up to any of these social media
and
platforms,
you click terms
and you click I agree.
No one reads it.
No, you would click I agree. You agree to certain terms and conditions of use. And one of them is don't incite a fucking riot at a government building.
Yeah.
Not in them exact words.
Well, no, but don't,
along them lines. And he did just that.
I think that's fair. I think it's fair for them.
Do you know what I mean? It's not asking too, like, on Twitter you can put a picture of your dick up.
Yeah.
Just don't incite a riot.
That's fine.
I mean, it's a fair trade.
What if your dick inadvertently, with no context, just a picture of your dick, starts a riot?
That's why I've never put a picture of my dick on Twitter.
That's why, because you don't want to start a riot?
No.
Well, that's fair.
Do you know what I mean?
It's very considerate of you. You're a good...
I'm all about the public service.
You're a good patriot.
I know.
I do think, though, and it can't go unmentioned, of the severity of the current serving President of the United States of America has been banned from social media. His phone now is literally just a phone. He can text. He can go on eBay. He can. He's
gonna have one page of apps.
What can he do?
Calculator, timer,
compass,
compass, notes.
You know when you download. You know when you buy a new phone and there's like just the apps are on there. That's all he's got.
Health.
If he wanted to go on Twitter now, he has to make a fake profile. Which is, it's insane that the president,
and it's that
the current serving president of the United States of America. It's insane.
I was, before Donald became the Donald that he is now, 4 years ago. Right, I know it's only been fucking 4 years.
4 years and 10 days.
It's been a long 4 years. But when he became president, I was, regardless of what you thought of him before.
Yeah.
As a president, I was excited by it. Purely because...
You like carnage?
Purely because it blew the world of politics apart
It did.
because a celebrity, somebody who's not a lifelong politician, can get voted in to be the number one job in the world, right? Which was at that time was his legacy.
Yeah.
That's how his legacy started.
Yeah.
Donald Trump was a fucking reality TV star. He was in Home Alone. He was a multimillionaire business and entrepreneur. He's now president of the United States.
He went from the guy being like, you're fired.
Yeah, it rocked the world.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be, in my eyes, a good thing, right? Because he's not a politician, he's a businessman. Right. And if
it's a fresh viewpoint.
Yeah, if the country was ran more like a business than the way it is ran, it could only get better. It can. Like with the NHS and all that sort of stuff, if it was ran as a business, as opposed to the way it's a government-funded part of the government, it would run because it would have no choice.
I'm waiting. I'm letting you do this, so I'm waiting for the but.
But he's now turned into a fucking spitting image character.
Completely.
And that's now his legacy.
Yeah.
So he's gone from potentially becoming the best fucking president that ever happened to the United States of America.
I don't think he was ever going to be that.
To the biggest fucking joke that country and the world, and without exaggeration, has ever seen.
Yeah.
He's gone from fucking being potentially the most remembered, revered, fucking incredible president that made so many changes.
I mean, yeah, it's hard for me to look past what has happened, but agreed, when you go in and you haven't got a political background, you've got the capacity to do
completely fresh mindset.
And not only that, but had it worked, it throws out
everything that anybody's ever known. That's what I'm saying. And that was his potential legacy.
Yeah.
And his legacy now, he's the first president, or probably any world leader ever in history, to end his presidency like this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it just
especially
blows
to that.
The mind.
I mean, there's been coups in other countries. There's been overthrown dictatorships and leaders and stuff like that. But for it to be America,
that's what I mean.
It's like it might happen in Ecuador. You know what I mean? It might happen
where people go, oh well, yeah, it's another corrupt president, or it's know what I mean?
In African countries or in Asian countries and stuff like that. But for it to be America, and the one thing is, when I was watching Congress, I was glued to the news. I literally spent 4 days just. The night that Wednesday, I think I went to bed at like 4:30 in the morning because I could not stop watching. And when they're in Congress and there's politicians like, this isn't us, this isn't representation. Well, it is.
It is.
When people are like, this isn't America, like, where do you think you are right now?
Who voted him in?
Right.
He didn't just appear.
But even this time, 71 million people voted for him. There's still 71 million people who fully advocate that behaviour.
And agree with what he done.
But the interesting was the amount of politicians who distanced themselves from him so fucking quickly. As soon as that happened, because you can tell there was a couple of them who really do believe in democracy, in the democratic system, and you can see they were hugely insulted by the fact that they're building.
Yeah, of course.
And not only that,
it's a similar thing as a church.
Yeah.
In their eyes, it's a religious place.
Right.
It's sacred.
Yeah.
It should never be treated this
right.
way.
But it must be interesting as well to the mindset of, these are our support, especially if you're a Republican, these are our people. And they wouldn't ever do anything wrong. You know what I mean? They worship us. They elevate us. And for them to be walking around them with fucking horns on and face paint and stealing podiums. Yeah. Like Nancy Pelosi, Speaker of the House podium.
Didn't some guy steal some letters off somebody?
He had his feet up on the desk. He left her a note. I can't remember what the note said now. His name was Bigo or something like that.
Of course it was. Bubba.
Yeah. And he stole the letter and then came out and they were like, what have you got?
Didn't he put it up for sale?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he tried to sell it.
I don't know. But he came out and the thing is, it's a federal crime to open somebody else's mail or to steal mail.
It's a felony.
Yeah, it is a felony.
So effectively, he's going to prison.
And he's come out, he's been arrested now. And he came out holding it.
I've seen all the mugshots. All the mugshots are starting to come out now. The guy with the podium.
Yeah, I saw him. He looks very different in his mugshot. He's not smiling anymore.
He hasn't got a Trump hat on either. Or
there was a thing as well. You were saying to me about the ropes.
Yes. Oh, mate, that's my so my most favourite thing to come out of it was what did I just say it was? I forgot what it was.
The ropes.
No, before that, my favourite fucking picture. What did I say it was?
The podium guy.
No, I've literally just said my favourite thing to come out of all this was like 10 minutes ago. And now I forgot what my most
everyone
favourite
who's
thing
watching
was.
will know because they were paying attention.
Yeah, I know. But my second one was the guys carrying the podium out of the Capitol building while staying within the designated walkway.
Yeah. There's some red velvet ropes going across.
It's like, I'm on the way to commit a crime, but in a quite non-criminal way. The ropes, there's some laws you can break.
Yeah.
And there's some that you can't.
Yeah.
And crossing the ropes
Too
is
much.
one of them laws that you
Too
can't
much.
do.
They should just put
You
ropes around the whole
you just
building.
can't. And then everyone
Oh, fuck.
there's no designated walkway to storm the building.
There was literally a video as well when people are leaving, and if they were walking outside of the ropes, I thought, oh shit, and stepped into them.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit, I'm not
They're
on the
like
correct
literally,
path.
they're trespassing in a building they shouldn't be in, but still
They're being escorted out.
stepping over into the rope. Fucking insane.
It's like they wasn't quite prepared for what actually happened.
But that was one thing as well, because going back to Gerard Butler, had that been a film, I'd like to think at some point there would have been a self-allocated leader who went, well, you know what, now we're in here, and now I'm at the podium of the Speaker in the House, I'm going to put some demands about what we want and why we're here. No, they just took selfies and left.
literally went live. I'm inside. What are you doing? I don't know.
Like, I don't know what to do now.
I'm late for my tea.
I didn't plan this far ahead, and all they did was just took selfies. They went to the top, they stood on the stage,
Yeah.
they took the photographs, and then they left. And there's a video of a guy leaving. Well, everyone's leaving. One guy's like, "There's nothing going on in there."
It's a bit boring, to be honest.
Well, that's it. It's
I
like
thought of what did they call it? A fucking revolution.
yeah.
I thought a revolution.
Well, that was
would be a bit
what
more
Elizabeth
interesting.
from Knoxville, who was on camera crying her eyes out, and someone
she'd
was
been
like,
maced.
"What's wrong?" And she was like, "I got maced."
I got maced.
And so, "What's your name?" "I'm Elizabeth from Knoxville. Cool. We know where to arrest you now." And she was like, "I tried to get in through the window and they maced me." And he was like, "Why were you trying to get in?" She's like, "It's a revolution." You should have expected to get maced in a revolution.
What are you doing now? I'm going home. I've been maced.
But there's, again, with her, there's been a lot of talk because she had a towel and there's an onion in the towel. So there was like, it's not real. She's rubbing an onion in the face.
Really?
But apparently there's a lot of reports where one thing to get rid of mace is onions. But I don't know if someone put that up just to go like, you know what?
Cover
fuck
her
'em.
ass.
No.
Oh, just more fake news.
Yeah. No. Just to go like, what can make it worse if you're maced?
Oh, I see. Rub onions in your
Rub
eyes.
onions in your eyes.
So you cry more.
Yeah. It's like, what's better for, like if I cut my arm, what's really good for that? Oh, have you ever tried salt?
Bit of vinegar. Put a bit of pure vinegar straight in the middle of
Straight
it.
in there, that'll really, really help. Oh, okay, cool, thank you.
I think water makes it worse anyway, doesn't it? If you wash your face when you've been maced.
Yeah, water
it
does,
makes
because it
worse.
spreads it more.
Yeah.
Because it's got
So
water
I'd
in
imagine if you was crying more due to the onions, probably has the
I
same
think
effect.
I'm not sure if it's meant to wash your eyes out. I didn't read that much into it, but a lot of
Where
people
did she get an onion from?
I mean,
Did she take one with her?
I don't know, maybe people...
If she took one with her, she was expecting to get maced. So why was she in such a bad shape
shocked by it.
after she got
Yeah.
maced?
Well, that was the other thing, because people, this wasn't planned.
I didn't think it was going to be so bad.
But there's people with merch. There's people with different fonts.
Yeah.
They've gone somewhere, not on the way there. They didn't find a store on the way. Go
A
t-shirt
fully
printing.
designed t-shirt.
Right. It wasn't like they went past the printing shop and went, oh, you know what, while we're here.
Let's just, if perhaps maybe we managed to get in, let's do a Revolution 2021 t-shirt with MAGA written on it.
What is that? Civil War? wasn't
Civil War it was,
Civil War.
yeah. Just in case we managed to get in, because we've got no intentions. We
No.
don't, that's not what we're here for.
No.
But just in case,
Yeah.
can I get 15 of them? Yeah, 15.
Yeah.
Civil War, yeah. Put a nice design on it as
Have you
well.
got 5XL? Cheers.
Yeah. You've got 2020 on it? Oh, shit, yeah, that's when I ordered them. I meant 2021. Sorry, can you put 2021 on them? People...
Yeah, so they went in merch. But even that, they've planned it that far ahead, but still didn't think what to do when they're inside.
That is the...
Like, other than the
you
steel
think-
mail.
That's why, effectively, they've got away with it.
Well, they're not now. I think there was that much...
At the time, they all got escorted
yeah.
out. Do you know what I mean? Not one. I don't think anyone, other than the woman that died.
There are 5 people have died now.
Well,
A police officer died.
Potentially shot them if they caught them.
Oh, my favourite. I don't know if this is true.
I don't know if people have been arrested. What have they been arrested for?
Trespassing?
So just trespassing.
I don't think it's just
not
trespassing.
terrorism.
I don't know.
Because effectively that's what it is.
Yeah. Absolutely, they were
Yeah.
terrorists, 100%.
Yeah.
And if you're reporting it as anything other than that,
It's a government building.
I can't quite think why.
No.
Who fucking sent it me? Oh, I remember who it was now. Right. So this guy
Yes, I
died.
seen that picture, yeah.
There's a picture of him because the photos going round of him is a very
It's
nice.
a really nice family portrait picture.
There's another picture of him holding 2 guns
Yeah.
on screen now.
Yeah.
His name was Kevin Greason, and he put a thing up about I wish these motherfuckers would come to my hood while holding 2 guns. Reports claim that he stormed the Capitol with taser concealed in his pants, so trousers. He's
Right.
American. He was in the process of stealing a portrait when he accidentally and repeatedly discharged a taser. He tased himself in the balls until he suffered a fatal heart attack.
Shut up.
I don't know if that's true, and I'm never going to find out. As far as
Never want to
I don't
find
ever
out.
want to know that's not true. But apparently he tased himself in his balls repeatedly.
To the point he gave himself
To the point of the heart attack.
But he was a good family man.
Good family man.
Good family man.
went-
Weren't stealing with 2 machine guns under his arm
Right, honestly.
and a taser next to his balls. But he
that's
was a good family man.
The thing, I feel bad for Horn Guy as well, because if anything, he didn't do anything worse than anybody else did. But he had that an iconic look.
And he's never going to be forgotten.
He's just become the poster boy for it. There's people next to him in the photos who haven't been arrested, but he has, because he just looked the part.
It literally looked like they'd all been sat around their basement
Yeah.
at their mum's house,
Yeah.
playing World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
And they'd gone, do you know what, lads? I reckon we could do this. We've got the skills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've done Civil War before. Look.
Look at all the quests we've won.
Exactly. Think of all the reenactments we've done at a weekend. We know how to handle ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that shit's as real as it gets. Civil War reenactments on the park on a Sunday morning. We win that shit all the time. We can do you know what, Horn Man? Don't know his name. I think his name's my name, which is a bit sad.
It's Jake
It is.
Angeli.
Yeah. So
That's not his real name, because he says Angel with an I.
Oh,
Angeli,
okay.
but that's not his real name.
Oh.
But it is Jake, yeah.
yeah. So they're going, do you know what? That's a good plan. We've got this. I've got work though. Just come after. It's fine. Do you know what? I kind of think if you put it back a little bit, yeah, we'll do it after. Just walk past, see how it's going. If we can get in, join us. If not, just go home.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. He's going, do you know what? It's a fucking great idea. He walked past. He's gone, he's in. They're fucking in. I'm coming, lads. I'm coming. And they've got in there and gone, fuck. What do we do now?
Take some
Selfie?
Take some selfies.
Yeah, why not? I mean, what's the worst that could happen?
But he had as well. He had a spear with a flag on it. Like, not only did he have horns and that fucking barbarian bullshit hat on, but he had a spear. And surely that's attacking a government building with a weapon.
With a weapon?
You know what I mean? And there was people with cable, like guns and like
Is
cable
the guy's
ties.
lanyard a weapon? Is that classed as a
I mean,
weapon?
he could strangle someone. He would probably strangle himself more than he'll
More
strangle
than
somebody
likely, he was
else.
strangling himself, putting his own trousers
Yeah.
on. So, you know what I mean?
Some of the images of the people who actually went in are the most. That's definitely a Trump supporter.
It looked like they was all going to a Comic-Con.
Yeah.
That's
it
exactly-
it really did.
That's exactly
Yeah.
how it looked. They was on their way to Comic-Con and went, fuck it.
Well, I mean, this is how there was because the day before there'd been a vote in Georgia, like a repeated vote basically there. Because Trump wasn't on the ballot, I think the guy who won it by 80% or something like that. The woman who lost it made a speech outside where she said, I've got no context for this, by the way, but she did say, where was it? Hitler was right when he said,
Jeez, great way to start a speech. Yeah.
no matter what follows from
Now
there,
I've got your attention.
now I've got your attention. Hitler was right when he said,
Immediate eye roll.
yeah. Someone had a Georgia flag, but they'd obviously gone on Amazon, Googled Georgia flag and went, cool, that one, I'll buy it. And they took the flag for the country Georgia,
Not the state.
not the state. It's a completely different flag. And they honestly must have just gone.
I imagine they live in Georgia as well. So
Do you reckon?
you would assume that they know.
That's even worse.
Exactly. But America.
It was the first time a Confederate flag had ever been in that building, the Capitol building. So it was from 1860 to 1865. The Confederacy existed, which was the South, generally Southern states, trying to overcome the North because the North, through Lincoln, were trying to abolish slavery. That's what the whole Civil War was about. Which is why we've got Civil War T-shirts and Confederate flags now. That's kind of what that represents. It's pro-slavery mentality, and it was the first time that flag had ever been in that building because one of the people
Took it in there.
Yeah, well, there was a few in there. Apparently, there was a swastika, but there's not confirmation on that. But someone had a flag with a swastika. Then there was the people with the Blue Lives Matter flags who were using them to beat up the police.
It's almost like, when all these Black Lives Matter protests and everything was going on, and everyone was going, it's Trump, he's not supporting it, it's all these people. It's almost like they was right about these people.
Almost.
Because every single kind of person, every stereotype that was supposedly not a Trump supporter just happened to end up in the Capitol building as it was stormed by Trump supporters. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
But it was Antifa.
Oh, yeah.
It was Antifa.
Yeah, them.
Because with Jamiroquai, there was talks about, there was a photo going around of him at a Black Lives Matter rally last year, I think in November.
Right.
But they cropped it. So they cropped the bit where he's
not
holding the
Jamiroquai.
sign. Not actual Jamiroquai. Rebellious Jamiroquai.
Right, I was going to say.
Revolutionary Jamiroquai.
Let's stop calling him Jamiroquai.
Okay. Jake Angeli.
No, call him Hornman.
Hornman.
Yeah.
Hornman went to a rally as a counter protest to Black Lives Matter. But
he was protesting the protest.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they cropped the picture to make it look like he was an alliance.
Yeah.
So they were like, look, it's Antifa.
No, it can't be him. He's a good guy.
Yeah, because he was there. He was at that one. Yeah,
he's not the main ringleader with face paint on.
What's his sign say? Oh, don't matter. No, but what's his... No.
Just scribble that bit out.
Don't look at the sign. Don't look at the sign. Why? Don't look at it. It doesn't matter. He's if you
look at the sign, it doesn't fit any of our agenda.
Exactly, yeah. So, I think what else? I think that's everything. I think that's pretty much... Oh, the other thing that was trending that was amazing... Oh, there was two other things. So, climbing the wall. All of these people who wanted to build the wall will fix it, then climbed the wall up.
Funny enough, again, Trump supporters.
Walls apparently didn't work.
No, walls are not very good at walls.
Area 51 was trending.
Yeah. To be fair, though, think about it.
That's the thing. It was that easy.
I mean, granted, I would imagine there'd be less shoot-on-sight protocols at Area 51. I think it would be a bit more shooty. But...
Wait, do you think there'd be more shoot-on-sight in Washington or in Area 51?
I think Area 51.
But
because Area 51
over a government building.
Area 51 are expecting it. Capitol Hill, they never ever expect this sort of thing to happen. So they're not going to be packing with machine guns.
No,
Area 51.
Apparently, the police had told vendors and stuff like that don't come here tomorrow. The day before, so they were expecting it.
Because, they was expecting a protest. They weren't expecting them to storm the building.
Well, they opened the door for them. How did you get in? They left the door unlocked.
Whereas Area 51.
Yeah, they're waiting for it.
I mean, especially now.
But that was the time, though.
That was the time.
All eyes were on the Capitol.
Yeah, but
now's the time to raid.
I'm thinking, if you remember when there was that Storm Area 51 thing last year.
Yeah.
Was it last year or was that the year before?
No, it was last year.
Was it last year?
Yeah.
That must have been in the beginning of the year.
We talked about it on the podcast.
I know, but when?
I can't remember when. I think it was like September time. I don't think it was...
In between lockdowns?
Possibly.
Must have been.
Possibly. Yeah, I think it was, because that's why people didn't go. Oh, that's what they were saying. A lot of people didn't go.
So how many people was at the protest of Capitol Hill?
A few thousand.
Right, and how many people got in?
I don't know. For 100, there was like in the hundreds. Right. I don't think it was in the thousands, but it was in the hundreds.
And how many guards was there, would you say?
3.
I mean, it looked like there was only 3. We'll say 10.
Say 10.
Right. I mean, I don't know if there's a full army at Area 51. I don't think it's that sort of army base. But
I mean, you've been there. What did you see?
I mean, I didn't go in.
But when you were running the surrounding areas?
I seen rocks.
How hard would it have been for you to get in, do you think, from where you were?
I mean,
do you think the spotlight, was it day or night you were there?
It was middle of the day.
So do you think straight away?
But I don't. But this is the thing, you see, because obviously it's so fucking big. It's like the size of Wales.
Is it?
I don't think so. But imagine it's that.
No.
There's not a fence that you can see that runs all the way around. It's just a big fucking field, a big desert. So you don't necessarily know.
How much of it is the actual site?
But I don't know because I didn't get that close. That's
what
I'm saying.
See on Google Earth?
You can't see. The most I've seen was from the Raid Area 51 videos where they're actually at the front gate.
Right, okay.
But that's that. I've never been there.
Yeah.
I didn't get that close.
Because there's a Mr. Beast video where they go there.
Yeah, that's
the front gate.
But I think you know it's there. but you don't know where it is.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
so you go, oh, there's Area 51.
Do you reckon like
Because it's literally an area.
I don't know why we talk about Independence Day so much on this podcast, but do you think it's like in that where they go down, there's like a whole city underneath it?
I'd imagine there's a lot of there's got to be a lot of buildings. It's a research centre.
Is there an Area 50?
Don't think so, no.
Or like 49 others?
Possibly. I think they're within... Because it's not actually called Area 51.
That's just
officially.
what people have called it.
That's what people have called it.
Right.
It's not...
Because it's Roswell, New Mexico, isn't it?
No, that's where it's in Nevada. That's where Roswell, New Mexico was where they apparently found the alien craft
And took it to
Area 51.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So that
I've been to Nevada as well.
Roswell was the crash site.
Right.
But Area 51. It's got a proper, like, official military base name. And
What's the highway called?
The extraterrestrial highway that literally runs next to it, which is phenomenal.
God bless
I need
America.
to try and find that picture, and you can put that
God
picture
bless.
in.
I'll find. Oh yeah, I'll put
Because
it on screen.
it's so cool. We need to go and put a sticker on the sign, because everyone's put stickers on the sign. See, we need to go and put a sticker on the
We need
sign.
to put
That'd be
Last Level
cool as
one on
fuck.
there.
And it's literally just
I'll redesign
big
it
ass road.
and I'll make it an alien head.
Okay.
You know how like if it's just like Christmas one, you had a Christmas hat, party popper for an Area 51 one.
It's cool as
I'll
fuck.
put some alien font on there as well.
But no, I think if you think now, like what Hornman and his World of Warcraft guys achieved, if they'd have smoked less weed
Yeah.
and put a bit more effort in at the actual invade Area 51 moment,
Yeah.
they would have got in.
100%.
Because like somebody
Or
said, they can't shoot us all.
Or they would. Yeah, but you haven't got to shoot all of them. How many people are going to shoot before you go, fuck this shit?
That's what I'm saying. Them guards was in there and they was getting pictures taken with him, and everyone's like, oh, they let him in because they was taking pictures with him. No, there was 200 people with guns and fucking God knows what else in front of them. What are you going to do? Don't take a picture of me. Why? Because I've asked you not to.
Yeah.
Okay, then. They just stormed the fucking building.
Yeah.
They're not going to
But
go,
at the same
okay,
time-
then sorry, I won't take a picture
well,
of
let
you.
me ask you this then. If you're at the front, right, and you say they can't kill all of us, do you want to risk being one of those ones that can
No,
kill?
you send the stupid ones in first. You'd send all the stoned in first.
Right,
Because
okay.
they'd be like, oh, yeah, man. Poof. Oh, yeah. You'd be like, oh, look, dude, I've got blood spurting out my arm. Dude, don't put your finger in it, dude.
That's gnarly, bro.
You send them in first,
Yeah.
cannon fodder.
Cannon fodder.
The sandbags, as they're
Yeah.
called in the army,
Yeah.
right? You send the sandbags in first.
That's horrible.
That's what they call them.
I didn't know that. That's
That's
horrible.
what the infantry's called in the,
Right,
army,
okay.
the sandbags. You throw the sandbags in first because they soak up the bullets, you see, and then Horn Guy or the intelligent ones,
Yeah.
yeah, would be at the
That
back.
wasn't lost on me.
waiting until it's a little more calm.
Until they're reloading.
They're reloading, or there's a big pile of bodies that you can hide under.
Yeah.
And you're sneaking around the back.
Yeah.
Find out all you need.
You
Take your
weaken
selfies.
what you do is you weaken the Bernies and you pick up a dead guy and just
Run away with him. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
See,
yeah.
I just think even more so now, they should have put more effort in.
yeah.
I hope there's a sequel. I hope there's an Invade Area 51 too.
Maybe,
You know what I mean?
maybe. I mean, now's the time. We know that the government.
It's possible.
Honestly, I feel like all these films, like National Treasure, lied to me. He could all he had to do was go in and pick it up and like, no.
Also, if they do it once and they fail, they'll know the weak points. You know what I mean? They'll be like, well, last time we got it wrong.
Yeah.
We know what we did. I think the Capitol Hill lot just got lucky.
Oh, I
personally.
do. I don't think anyone actually expected that to
I
happen.
don't think it was ever planned.
Part of me does say, and this might be controversial, but you've met me. I think, because obviously the biggest comparison was, well, why were all these protests happening last year? There was tear gas and there was mass militia. You've got all these fucking super cops turning up, shooting all this tear gas and beating the fuck out of people. Why aren't you doing that now when these are actually people attacking the Capitol building? And I honestly think it's because the police think white people are crazy and they'll shoot us. And I genuinely think a big part of it is that. I don't.
They'll
think-
shoot back.
Yeah. And I do think there was a part of it where when it's Black Lives Matter, and I know it's a protest and it's a peaceful protest, and even if it gets a bit out of hand, I don't think they really think the black people are going to start.
Do you
opening
think as
fire
well
on
that
them.
possibly they never thought that the white people would ever get that far?
I don't think the politicians did.
No.
I think you can see in their reaction, I think a lot of them were surprised, like, fuck, these are our people. These are the people we've been trying to kind of like get on our
Yeah.
side. And that's what I was saying to you earlier. It comes with a bit of hero worship where they're like, I think there's a lot of shock where they're like, fuck. And that's why I think they've distanced themselves from Trump, because they've aligned themselves with him so much. And now it shows what he has done, and he's inspired that behavior. and encouraged that behaviour and told them he loves them, that they're special, that they're like, we can't be associated with these people.
He's literally ripped the country in half.
No, he really has.
It's fucking...
Well, there's still calls now. I think tomorrow being Monday, so again, anything can happen by the time this podcast is out. He might not be president anymore because there's still... Nancy Pelosi has come out and said that she wants Mike Pence to implement the 25th Amendment, which was brought in. So if, for example, Ronald Reagan was shot when he was a serving president, now if he got put in a coma and he can't serve anymore, then you bring in the 25th Amendment and the vice president becomes president because he's not fit.
Yeah.
It hasn't ever been brought in because someone's not capable.
No.
So the whole...
But the term fit is quite a loose...
But it's
a loose term,
it is, but it was
yeah.
always meant to be physically fit, or if your mental health deteriorates because of old age or whatever. That's what it was there for, not because you're incompetent.
No.
And if
or
that
inciting
happens,
riots.
right, and the thing is, I mean, he's been... what's the word? Begins with I.
Impeached.
That's it. He was impeached last year.
Yeah.
I think only him and Clinton have been impeached, and now there's talk about him getting impeached again. He's only got 10 days left.
He's ticked a lot of boxes, hasn't he, Trump?
He's
good and bad. He's made the most of it, hasn't he?
The thing is, though, you know, when a night out, or like if you go on holiday or something, if you go on holiday, the last day, pretty much, if
you just go wild.
If you have a really bad last day,
yeah,
it kind of ruins your holiday.
Yeah.
Or if you have a last couple of hours of your night out, shit. So that's a shit night. Even if the rest of your night was awesome. Now, I'm not saying he had an awesome night out that ended bad. He had a pretty bad night out anyway. And it's ended in such a clusterfuck. This will be for... This is, like you were saying, it's his legacy.
It's like super bad. You know where that film, their day just gets worse and worse. That's Trump's 4 years in presidency.
Yeah.
It didn't start that great in the first place because he couldn't get no alcohol from the shop.
Yeah.
Tried. Just went fucking downhill from there.
But it is like it's ended. I said to you, this is the season finale we all deserve. You know what I mean?
I genuinely hope, not for any other reason other than it is literally the icing on the cake that they do invoke the 25th Amendment and they kick him out.
I would love,
because it's what he deserves.
Yeah.
Not because even if there's 2 days left.
Yeah, I don't care.
Give a fuck.
If it's
Get him out.
If it's
just because because it's on his record.
Yeah, exactly.
He will forever be known as the guy that got kicked out of the White House
being incompetent
because he wasn't good enough. Is it GQ that came up with Loser of the Year, and they've never done that before either?
I can't remember who it was.
Or Vogue or someone, and gave it to Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, we've never done this before, but we've never had someone like Donald Trump before.
He's earned it. He has gone above and beyond. But I do, and I think it's funny as well, because obviously, I'm sure there's merch already for Biden, 46th president, but Pence will be 46th.
He will, yeah.
And for me, if I'm Pence, I'm like, I don't care if I'm president for a week.
Right.
I will be remembered. No one remembers vice presidents.
Fucking right.
No one remembers vice presidents.
Yeah.
Everyone remembers your presidents.
Everyone will remember him as well because of the circumstances around it.
And the thing is, for Pence, once this is done, he's not going to be calling up Trump in 2 years going, want to play golf. Their relationship is done. You know what I mean? He's going back to being fucking... Pence is a career politician.
He's going to be there and he's going to go... he's going to be in front of the press. He's going to be like, this is unfortunate circumstances that I've become the 46th president. I really didn't want this to happen. But, you know...
Visit my merch store.
We've took the the steps that we thought was right for the good of the country. No more questions, thank you. He walks back, puts his feet up on the White House desk, and goes, "Fuck that!"
And he's got a 4 and a 6 in the bottom of his shoes.
And he's gone.
That's a power move. That's a power move.
What's that? Yeah, get me a donut.
And the thing is, I don't like Mike Pence. Mike Pence is a piece of shit.
Stretch him back.
He went to an NFL game about 3 years ago simply to leave when they kneeled.
Really?
Yeah. He said, I will not stay. He didn't go to NFL games. He went and said, if they kneel, I'm leaving. Knowing
full well they would.
Of course they were going to. So he went, they kneeled, and he left.
Big song and dance.
He's a piece of shit guy.
Yeah.
But...
You would, though.
I endorse him.
You would.
For 12 more days, or whatever the fuck it is now, 10 more days. It'd
be the best 2 weeks of your life.
Honestly. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it.
Cook me some dinner.
Yeah.
Why?
The
fucking I'm the president of the United States of America.
You'd be an awful world leader. If that's why,
would literally
I
be.
like how you just your perception of leadership is do what I want.
Do what I want. I would literally force everybody to put my name in their phone as president.
I'd want that.
Yeah. So when I ring you, you get a text message from who's that? Oh, it's the president. Fucking hell, not
But
again.
when we were talking last week about
What's he want?
the name
KFC
change, I
or
was like, if it's Lord or something like that, I'm down. I want to be knighted so I could be Sir the Devil or Sir Devil. So I could be president. I wouldn't be president. I'd be Galactic Emperor.
Galactic Emperor.
Galactic Emperor Randauer. That would be my or Galactic Emperor Devil.
I would 100% milk the shit out of being president for a
honestly.
week. Even if it was a week.
Yeah.
All day long.
They wouldn't let me do more than a week.
Put my name in them books immediately.
If someone was impeached and they put me in power, I'd be impeached before they change the name on the door. I'd be awful.
They're like, no, I don't want you writing it down. I want it chiseled in stone. Chisel my name in stone.
I literally would be like, right, get me all of the laws, all of them. Let's go over these and see what we're changing.
And what's in Area 51?
Yeah.
I'm the president now.
Yeah.
I need to know this
that's
stuff.
the thing. Because again, in National Treasure 2, there's the President's Book.
Right.
Which is all the secrets.
What it's been passed down.
Yeah. So I'd be like, get me that book.
Get me that book quick.
I want to know.
Podcast to sell.
I want to know what the fuck was going on.
This book.
And that's
NDA.
it.
There's no time for an NDA. I'm in here for a week.
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about that shit.
I'm only here for a week.
Give me the book. I'm not going to see that much.
That's amazing.
I love it. I would 100% want to be involved in that. You'd have to.
Yeah.
How is he not forcing that through immediately?
Do you reckon though? There's loads of stuff. Because Nancy Pelosi's also said, given the way things have gone, they need to change the nuclear codes immediately, like straight away. She was like, "Do not let that temperamental piece of shit human."
He's leaving.
He's like, "Fuck it."
He just stands there, looks into Oval Office. He's there. You know when they stand there in the films and they're looking there and they're just about to turn the lights off, shut the door for one last time.
Yeah.
And then he just goes, after a quick look round, presses a button and runs off. That'll fucking show you.
Yeah.
That would be Trump.
But the fact that
Now who's a loser?
But the fact that the House of Representatives Speaker has said we do not trust our president with the nuclear codes because he's a temperamental little bitch. I might paraphrase her words, but that's happening in the world right now. In the world right now, in 2021,
there is a world leader that can't be trusted.
There is the world
with
leader
a nuclear button
of the biggest country in the world, and the delegates around him are like, "We don't trust him. We've got to get him out."
It's literally, they're like, it's going to be the longest 2 weeks of their life.
Honestly,
it's going to be like the two robbers in Home Alone. They're like, for fuck's sake.
I honestly think they are just like any day now, any day. Because the thing is, I think that's why as well. Because look, everyone's going about Twitter and all those. Like, it's great that they've done it. Apparently, they had a law or like a rule where they couldn't get rid of you if you were a president, right?
So, word on the street is,
word on the street.
I was under the impression that they have it in their terms and conditions that they won't ban an elected president of any country.
Isn't it weird that was put in there though?
Yes.
Like, it's strange that when they were doing the terms and conditions, they were like, have you covered presidents and prime ministers? No, probably just put that in there.
Just put that in anyway. Because what they say has a detrimental effect, good or bad, on like they can't censor world leaders effectively because of the people that they support, that they're
they're citizens.
I want to say they're people, but that's the wrong fucking word. But no, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So they say, look, you know, we don't want to do that. Then Trump happened. I think they might have slid in an amendment of that without anyone looking, like 13.1.2.
Yeah. Well, that's where they started doing the whole "this may not be true, this may not be true, this may not be true."
And then they've kind of I was under the impression that the minute Biden
took over,
was certified,
sworn in.
So as soon as they went, no, not even sworn in. As soon as they certified that President Trump hadn't won the election and that Biden had, effectively he was then an elected leader.
To be fair, that's kind of how it happened.
And then literally within hours of that happening, Trump got banned. But what they're also saying is they've come out with a press release now, or I seen a terms of conditions that somebody posted saying even world leaders have to abide by our terms and conditions.
Right, okay.
Due to certain things. So if they say this or if they say that, they're not above the law of Twitter, basically.
Twitter Safety, which is one of their accounts, says at Twitter Safety. They tweeted, after a close review of recent tweets from Donald Trump, the account and the context around them, we have permanently suspended the account due to the risk of further incitement of violence.
Yeah, there's...
So that was their stance.
I'm trying to find the article.
That's why he was banned, because they were basically like, he's
Hang on.
inciting acts of violence, and on the risk of him doing further damage, that's why we're banning him. And a lot of people have said it's great that they've done it. I do think part of it is almost like, well, he's got 10 days left, so we can ban him now.
It was...
but still, whether it was done now or in 6 months' time, the fact that it's been done while he is the current serving president of the United States of America.
It was actually a Twitter... I don't know where it's gone. I don't know if somebody's deleted it.
What was it?
It was actually a from the Twitter website.
So that was
of their terms and conditions.
Oh, okay. So it's just an actual segment.
It was
of
a specific
right,
rule,
okay.
but so it's been deleted by the looks of things. So I don't know if it was a real, but it was literally from the Twitter website, terms of service. You were basically, world leaders are not above the law of Twitter.
But, I mean, it should be of anywhere.
And Twitter's a pretty lawless place.
It really is. No,
it's a pretty lawless place.
It is.
But that makes it even more crazy that a president has been banned from
That's
Twitter.
what I mean. It's not just like a CEO or something. It's the president of the biggest country in the world.
Not only in the world, of the country where Twitter was born.
Well, yeah, there's that as well.
You know what I mean? It's not like it's the president of Ecuador and everyone's going, fuck it, whatever. Yeah. It's like...
We've got nothing against Ecuador. It's a really nice country, because I referenced it earlier as well.
It's their own, effectively their own leader of the free world.
Yeah.
The place where the American dream is a reality.
Yep.
And they banned their leader.
They banned him. One thing I do want to say is, dear Americans, stop saying we're still the greatest country in the world. We can see you. Everyone else can see you. We're all watching.
We applaud your patriotism.
I don't.
But you've got to kind of just stop believing it to the point.
Accountability is everything, and you have to stop saying we're the best country in the world.
England stopped saying that shit a long time ago.
Because we knew.
We stopped.
It got to a point where we realised the things that made us the best country in the world was the fact that we stole off every other country.
We stopped doing that shit.
So it was like, we've got to stop doing that. Maybe stop calling ourselves the best.
This is why we say sorry a lot.
And that's why America keeps... Like, Norway's a great country. Is it better than America? Arguably, yes, it is.
I don't know. I've never been.
It's really nice.
I don't know. But
I mean, they haven't had to ban their leader from Twitter. Like, to my knowledge, people aren't attacking the government building there. Like, Americans have to get over this whole we're number one.
I'm glad it's over.
It's not over yet.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. That's why I had to come out and say it's only Sunday.
Do you think there's going to be an encore? Is this what you're saying? Do you think the encore's yet to come?
I will admit, when he came out and made a statement, and I don't know what they threatened him with, but they basically said, you have to go on camera, you have to concede, you have to say that he's the president, Joe Biden is going to be, and you have to denounce these people. There's no way he, off his own back, went, okay, you know what?
It went a bit far.
So I don't know whose head that gun was held to. It must have been him, because he doesn't really care about anyone else.
No, exactly. That's pure. Imagine
like,
how difficult that was for him to do.
Yeah. And you can see in his speech, it is kind of very difficult for him to say it, but he did announce that I'm not going to the inauguration.
This is what blows my mind. Like, even now, he's stamping his feet. I don't want this to happen.
But did you see what Joe Biden said?
I'm not going to do anything I don't want to.
Stop banging the table.
That was Trump banging the table.
I get that, but it wasn't. It was you.
It was Trump.
Have you invoked his spirit? Stop banging the table.
It was Trump.
But Joe Biden said, good. I'm glad you're not coming. It's the only good thing you've done is not come. And Hillary Clinton's having a ball because she tweeted him 4 years ago saying, delete your account. And now she quoted it with just a tick. So I feel like a lot of people are enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. I'm not going to lie. I know you shouldn't. People have died, but... And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
But I think when I saw his speech, I was like, oh... I wanted to see more.
Yeah, I still think there's more.
I wanted to see.
The only downside to it is he can't
publicly
go anywhere with it.
Yeah,
like he can't.
Well,
I don't think he can do like news articles or he can't do interviews.
I guarantee not for 10 days, but after that.
No, I mean as president you can't anyway.
That's what I mean for 10 more days.
Yeah. Oh, afterwards it'll be a fucking free for all.
After all, it'll be on Joe Rogan. I'm telling you, he'll be on Joe Rogan.
But now he can't. So literally, he's only got OnlyFans
Yeah.
to get any kind of fucking anything out there.
Just quickly, because we are about to wrap up.
What?
Elon Musk
What about him?
is the richest man in the
I
world.
know, yeah. Go Elon. He overtook our friend of the show, Big Jeff.
He's not our friend of the
He's
show.
my friend of the show,
He's your
Big
friend
Jeff.
of the show. I fucking hate him. But yeah, Elon Musk is now worth 185 billion.
Tesla, for some reason, have just gone.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Tesla
The
or
shares. No, it was
they
Tesla
went
shares.
through the roof.
Yeah.
For no real reason.
Bitcoin keeps getting like really high as well.
And it went like it made like something like 40 billion.
But that
in
did
2
make me
weeks.
think though, because I do think Money in the Bank, Jeff's probably got more.
Yeah, it's because if his stocks go back down again,
Yeah, he's not the richest person in the world anymore.
it doesn't mean
Yeah,
anything.
yeah.
Jeff is on that basis because of actual cash.
Yeah.
People bought that shit.
Yeah.
They didn't just buy shares in his company.
And that's why I think I mind less with Elon Musk. And we know, we've discussed before, I'm not an Elon Musk fan by any means. I'm just trying to find, he tweeted about it. And I'm trying to remember what.
He wanted ideas on how to spend his money to give it away, didn't he?
Is that what it was?
I think he asked for. I've got all this money. I don't want it. Give me some ideas of who to give it to for charity. Is what he said. Basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but also then got denounced by going, well, why did you need to ask people? That's like going, look how rich I am, but I don't want it. So who can I give it away to?
Yeah,
Just give
that's
it
true.
away. Do you know what I mean? Don't fucking ask.
That was it. So Elon Musk is now the richest person in the world with $190 billion. And he tweeted saying, how strange, well, back to work.
Such a cool dude.
He's not.
He is such a cool dude.
But no,
he doesn't give a shit.
But again, one thing I'll say respect, is the fact that his company is a singular company doing something that no one else is doing. With SpaceX, he's doing something nobody else is doing.
No.
With Tesla, he's doing something nobody else is doing.
So is Amazon.
Amazon are doing what everyone else does,
but better.
but stole it off them.
But better.
No, they're not.
Of course they are.
No, they're not.
People have made rockets before.
Like, literally, I saw someone the other day on your status put a thing up saying, you said you wanted to buy something, and someone said, look at Amazon, and you did, and you put, I'll find them cheap on eBay. They went, I never thought of eBay. And I'm like, how are people at a point now?
That's what I'm saying.
But you don't think of eBay?
I don't think of eBay anymore.
I only think eBay's my go-to.
I mean, because you don't like Amazon.
Fucking hate him.
But I never, ever look on eBay for anything now.
That's really weird though to me, because that's like someone saying, go on Bing and have a look instead of Google it.
If I can't get it on Amazon, I just don't get it.
Because I saw somebody else put a thing up earlier saying, I'm trying to move away from Amazon now. I don't want to give Jeff any more money. Where do people...
Was that you?
No, it was my mate Grant. But he was like, where do people buy things?
That's what I'm saying. See what I'm saying?
And I'm just, I don't understand. 'Cause I don't use Amazon. If I see an Amazon, like, I haven't got the app. I haven't got Prime or anything. I do not use it. They do not get money out of me. And if I Google something and I want to buy it and it's only Amazon, I don't buy it. But there's nothing I've ever found that it's only Amazon.
No, it's just easier. That's why I get it, because I can get it next day.
But you do this. Right, we were having this conversation on the phone because you wanted to buy something and you're like, I'll get it off Amazon. And I was like, don't buy it off Amazon. You're like, no, I'm going to. And I was like, don't. And I found it off eBay and we got it off eBay in the end.
Fortunately so, yeah.
But you were like, it's next day. So we don't need it yet. We don't need it for a month.
That's not the point. I've got a Prime account that allows me to get shit next day.
But we don't need it next day.
But also, it's got to the point now where next day is not fast enough. I want it same day.
Is that a thing?
In some places it is, yeah.
Really?
Yeah. If you live close enough to a hub,
But
you can get stuff next day.
No one... just-
same day.
In that case, just go to a shop and buy something.
Why if I can do it in my pants in my house? I can't get to the shop in my pants. I mean, I can.
I mean, you can.
But I might end up in the newspaper.
Well, you might end up with Horn Man.
I don't see what your problem is. I really don't.
I don't like the fact that I don't like anyone who can completely overtake a singular market, and the fact that he's become that wealthy off it. Honestly, I reckon when he read that Elon Musk was richer than him, he lost his shit.
Do you think it was like that
100%.
Hitler scene that we were talking about?
Yes.
the video.
Someone came in and
He
was
just
like,
started throwing sliders at him and fucking...
Mr. Bezos, there's been some reports.
I don't know if you've seen the news today.
He's like, oh yeah, he's like, fucking lot of shit in DC, crazy, but we must be making money off it, right? Well, actually,
not so much.
Elon Musk has just been reported as being the richest
That
man in the world.
motherfucker! How fucking...
He went
up the wall.
He went full Lex Luthor.
Forget that pretend rocket. Arm the lasers.
So I just want to say, because he is now the second wealthiest man in the world, go fuck yourself, Jeff Bezos.
Well, you need to stop saying this.
No, I don't.
You need to stop saying this
No,
because we'll be an Amazon podcast soon once they sort their shit out and have a thing.
What's he going to do? Sue me? Probably. Probably.
He won't.
He would crush me.
He won't.
He
One
could
of
crush me.
his lower paid minions will because he's got nothing better to do.
I mean, he could have me erased off the map.
That's what I'm saying.
With such little...
He'll just arm the Luther lasers and...
He'll get the fucking QAnon horn guy to come and wipe me out.
You know what I mean?
That's the end.
What if Jeff becomes the next president?
He wouldn't.
How do you know?
Because I don't think he has...
He already looks like one.
There's not enough... He doesn't look like a president. He looks like a...
No, like a weird Bond villain.
Yeah, he just like that. But that's what... the thing, I don't think the president pays that well. It's like very limited...
I don't think he'd be in it for the wages, I'll be honest. I don't think that's what's stopping him.
Well, yeah. But the thing...
I'd love to run for president, but they just don't pay enough.
If you're that rich, you could buy the presidency anyway.
I don't think there's any job in the world that well, there isn't any job in the world that would cover Jeff's fucking salary.
Tesla would.
Yeah. Well,
that's it. Honestly,
the thing is,
I honestly think he's pissed. I think he's pissed that...
This is the thing, Jeff, all his wealth has come from one company.
But here's the thing.
Elon hasn't.
No, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I kind of respect Elon more.
Because he's got loads of different companies.
That's why I respect him more. Because all Jeff's done is just become a virus.
He's become an expert in his field.
He was like, I'm going to sell some books online.
Of retail.
You know what happened? One day he was, I've got this bookcase is full. I'm just going to get rid of some of these books.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
where
nowhere,
he is now.
There's nowhere really to sell him. I'm going to start a company, which was great. The second rich. I love hearing that. Makes me. I mean, he's still sickeningly rich and still probably has more cash. But still.
But he's got a bigger boat.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he seems like that very megalomaniac kind of human being, where that vein in his head was like popped.
What did he go and rescue? But was it one of the rocket, the launchers from one of the rocket ships?
Well, there's one. Yes, I saw about that.
And he went and salvaged it from the sea. And
but apparently there was another thing they were doing about clean energy, and there's like him and a few other people. They've all just quietly gone, we're not going to do that anymore. Like, let's just not do that. But he, like, the fact that like Prime, Amazon Music, he's got his fingers in everything now. He's just trying to be. No one needs to be everything.
Premier League. It's coming.
Yeah, he's got Premier. That's what I'm saying. He's just slowly taking. I'm telling you, Everest will have the Amazon logo.
Sky Sports will no longer be a thing.
There will be a thing where you'll get.
It will be Amazon Prime Sports. And that will be it.
If anybody starts advertising from space, visually,
it will be that'll be Elon.
Do you reckon?
Oh, 100%. He's already got that fucking car floating around space, hasn't he? That Roadster with the spaceman.
It'll be him purely because he'll think of space first.
Yeah, but he'll do it because it's fun. Elon will.
That's terrifying.
He will do it because he can.
But
whereas
imagine,
Jeff would be for Amazon.
Yeah, imagine if someone projected like their logo onto the moon.
Elon would it would be his face. It wouldn't be the Tesla or
on
SpaceX.
The moon, like the Teletubby baby.
It would literally be his face.
Like the Teletubby baby.
Jeff would project Amazon logo.
Yeah.
Elon would just...
He's on brand. He's more on brand.
Elon would like, post a picture doing that or like double thumbs up or whatever. Just because
don't think he's that quirky.
No, he is. Because because he can. He'd be like, do you reckon, mate, he built a flamethrower and sold it because he could. And called it the Boring Company.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
He's still a bit... The thing is, again, though, he says... Like, I remember before, he had a thing saying that people don't deserve like furlough payments or whatever. I can't remember what the term is for it now, but like a nucleus check from the government to help you out during a pandemic. So yeah, you're now the richest man in the world. You can say that.
Yeah.
But like to people that have had $600 they had.
It's the same as when he sent, like you said, he sent that tweet and go, oh, that's crazy, back to work.
Yeah.
Because he's already got a shit ton of cash. If me or you woke up,
richest man in the world.
Literally, I don't think that would be our first tweet.
You're going to know about it.
That's weird. Back to work.
You're going to know about it.
That's what I'm saying.
If I'm the richest man in the world, I'm getting a crown straight away. Straight away, I'm getting a crown.
Yeah. Big house.
Big house. No, a Capitol building.
Right, let's have this conversation on another podcast.
Increase the security though. Yeah, we're way over. Yeah, it's been a crazy week.
It's been a quite a one-sided podcast as well.
Has it?
I mean, that's literally all we've talked about.
Well, I mean, it's very big news.
It's big news.
It is big news.
World, it's history. We're just talking about history. That's all we do over here.
This was a monumental...
We just talk about history. We can't not talk about history.
And to be fair, nothing else really happened in the news this week other than that.
No. There's a bit of snow. That was about it, really.
There wasn't as much snow as we promised.
No.
Yeah, but Elon Musk was the other thing we should walk on and like ventured onto.
But it
that.
is history. We are literally reporting on history, but in our
And the
our
thing is,
own
like I said,
special
by
way.
Wednesday, hopefully this is relevant on Wednesday. Aliens haven't invaded or anything like
You could
that.
have ran out and pressed that red button, and you know what I mean. Nobody's going to listen to it.
Yeah,
but we're all good, right?
but thank you for listening. Subscribe.
Yes,
on YouTube.
Please subscribe on YouTube. We have got a bit of a competition coming up soon.
Yes,
Because we've got quite a milestone in our podcast life. More on that in the next couple of weeks. But please like the social medias, follow us, like us, subscribe us,
do
share
all of
us,
those fucking things.
do all that shit, and peace and love.
Look after each other.
Look after each other.
Peace.
Bye.
Love.